All right, everybody, I think it's time to do a house update. One of the things I really enjoyed most about doing the Helen house and finishing phase one was that I got stuff done. So I've been laser focused on getting projects done, getting the cars done, working on getting a house done. So I figured I'd give you a little update. It's not done, but we're working through. I got a bunch of different things completed, checked off the list, and I wanted to take you around the house and kind of show you how it's set up. And I've been sharing this house with you since we moved in. And what did we see? We moved in February, so we're 6 months into the project. And I'm starting to get antsy, ready to move somewhere else again. So Michelle's starting to shut me down. But first thing I'll mention, the front yard was dead as crap. It was toast. And the lawn care nut came out, Alan came out and helped us. First step is to get the grass healthier, and then we can deal with the weeds. As you can see, it looks completely different. We only did one treatment of the, what is that stuff called? Malagamite or something like that. People freak out about.
I think it was one of his
his proprietary formulas that he did a single treatment, and then we have Helen that comes out and spot treats. But this was the existing grass. The rest of this grass was all added in after we did some improvement to the property when we did the driveway. Driveway's doing great, no cracking, no issues. So you can see, if you haven't watched the whole series, we poured this giant monstrosity of a pad, so that way we have room to get in and out of the garage. The existing driveway was too tight to even make the turn on the 3-car. And so all this grass here is all new. It's taking really nicely. It's all just general St. Augustine. We had relocated the gas tank. So the gas tank was like right here, roughly. And so we took that gas tank and moved it over. Cost me, $1,000 to move the thing 20 feet just so that we could build the driveway out. And then, this over here, when we originally moved in, there were a bunch of really not nice looking trees. Septic tank is out there. But my friend Danny came and regraded the property, brought the driveway out. And then we, sort of filled this all in. So we have a nice little side yard. And then back here, they just put the pool in. And when I bought the house, the people were just going to let it go. They were just going to let it grow in weeds. I'm like, so we negotiated that I needed to, I negotiated, $5,000, I think. I probably spent, I don't know how much, but maybe double that, a little bit more than double that to get all the grass in. And so we put the trampoline in, put the sidewalk in. All the sidewalk is new. There was no sidewalk here at all. Poured some pads to put the garbage cans so you don't see them from the front of the house. Kate got a volleyball system for her birthday, so they kind of put that up last night. But you can see the grass out here is taken really nicely. And then I got a shed out here to keep all the fishing poles and all that junk out of my garage. The property line goes back to there. It's about 2 acres. And so we put a shed back here. You can't even tell it's here. It's perfect. What I'd like to do is get some rock, and we'll do some gravel out here leading up to the shed. But I think it's a 10 by 14 or something like that, little shed thingy I bought. It was like $5,000 or something. Just sits there on a couple of cinder blocks and keep the kids' crap out of my garage. And so you can see we did the rock. The rock is okay. It's a little old lady-ish for me, but there aren't a lot of options. But our landscaper, just before he retired, took and put in all the edging and completed all the rock stuff, which just makes the place look so much cleaner, so much nicer. The exterior's been painted alabaster white, and then iron ore is the trim. We had gutters put on as well. And then I forget what this grayish color is called, but it was a good call by Laurel not to paint the windows and the garage doors with that iron ore finish. It would look really junk. So it actually turned out really well. There's the air handler for the Mitsubishi. All this pool equipment was here. This spot is for the heat pump, which I guess I gotta get an electrical outlet put in and get the people to come out here and take care of this. Since we're out here, we might as well show you the pool deck. this has changed quite a bit. So we got all our summer classics furniture, which is amazing. We bought it all in, for the house we were building, and we're not building that house, so or at least not anytime soon. So we kind of fit the furniture here to this place. And then Mike and I were working on last week. We've gotten our cabinets in, so these were clutch in order to be able to fit towels, fit our. Michelle likes to take the cushions off and put them in here, but these are all a PVC, so the boxes are all PVC, and then these are a resin finished mold. They pour into a resin into a mold, and then these are top knobs, T304 stainless handles. And so we put this together. The only thing we have left to do on this one is the toe kick. So we'll do all the toe kicks together, but putting the side pieces on, this cabinet was these are really expensive to do, this big composite thing. But there's no storage out here because there wasn't, originally when they built the house, there was no pool. The pool was an add-on. So there wasn't anywhere to put anything. And so I spent the money to get those larger cabinets. You can see these were all painted, put big ass fans in. These are outdoor haikus. These are DMF light fixtures that we switched or changed. Our Summer Classics teak table. That's Summer Classics as well. And we started working on the outdoor kitchen, so we'll start working on this probably maybe next week. This cabinet also, so this is the same exact cabinet as that one, but this is a 36 so it's a 36 and a 36 instead of a 30 and 30. And I just have all the tools in here that we're using to put together all the NatureCast stuff. We'll have a video up on this, the assembly of this stuff here soon, doing all 316 screws to tack everything together. But this, you can see this cabinet will give us a lot of storage to put whatever we need in place. And then the outdoor kitchen is going to go right here. So I decided I'm going to do a 42-inch grill instead of spending the $3,000 or $4,000 more and doing doing the big boy, the 56. I'm going to use the Evo. So the Evo is going right here. The Evo just arrived Friday. So Evo 30-inch cooktop, garbage corner, 42-inch grill, 48-inch Vent-to-Hood with a 1200 CFM blower. I'm going to put a 65 mini LED there, mini LCD there, and then I'm going to do some outdoor speakers. We'll probably do our Dynaudio OW8s and then Blue OS stuff, the NAD Blue Sound stuff. We'll be doing all that. This is the i6, I believe the i6 83-inch metal fan that's installed. I probably will do a little bit more lighting out here. I feel like I need another 3 or 4 fixtures to light it a little bit better. But you can see this is going to turn out amazing when when it's all said and done. The countertops we're going to do are actually concrete. So what I'm going to do, these are from a company called Ironworks. So I bought these, which will extend the countertop. So the countertop's going to come out this far, and then I need the bigger ones. So these bigger ones would go like this here. So that's going to come out and hold our countertop, and we'll have the 4 Summer Classics chairs there like that. So Mike and I are going to pour. We're going to do our own DIY poured concrete solution from the company's called Counterform, I believe. Counterform Concrete Solutions. So we've got all our reinforcement webbing, and that is a specific additive to the concrete to make sure it doesn't crack. And so the countertop will, surround the Evo, go all the way around and come out 12 inches off the back of the Evo, which means it's going to be about 20 inches off the back of the smaller areas here. So this will all get bolted together and installed the next couple of days. And so put a few outdoor speakers, a few more light fixtures. We got ourselves a really awesome functioning outdoor kitchen that's going to be really, really cool. The pool is nice. The pool's doing great. I really want to get a heat pump so we can heat it all year round very efficiently. But this turned out to be really awesome. We got the volleyball court, we've got the basketball hoop, plenty of room to play, the trampoline, the pool. Kids can run around the neighborhood, ride their bikes. It's so much better than being in that, heavy, primarily retiree community up the street. Just having not too many acres where it costs so much and it's so difficult to maintain. You learned our lesson, keep the landscaping really simple, and then without having trees all touching the house. We don't have an issue with bugs and stuff like that. So it's been really nice to do that. So let's go inside and I'll show you what everything looks like. So I decided not to paint the place. I didn't want to spend the money, and I really didn't totally need it. So what I did was just touch up. I've got about 50% of the baseboards done. I've just been kind of doing a room at a time, here and there. And so the baseboards had all, markings from the people just touched every wall. Their kids have just puked on the walls and white boogers everywhere and markers and everything. So I had to, paint everything. We did, remember I don't do accent walls. Accent walls are white trash. We did an accent niche. It's not an accent wall. This is called Mount Etna or Mount Eden or something like that. Yeah, I think is the color. We can look at it when we go in the garage. But the house was too white, a little too sterile. And so our interior designer came up and helped us we didn't want to spend a bunch of money on design. She would have, torn this whole place apart. We had a wainscoting everywhere, but I didn't want to spend a lot of money on this house because this is just a temporary setup for us. So we bought those big restorations. This was a couch that was already here that we bought from previous owners. Michelle got these from Laurel. We got this table here from Restoration Hardware. This was already here, this table. And then I was going to rip out the fireplace, and we decided to just err on the side of simple. And we did this mantle mount, which isn't as functional as people make it out to be, especially with this giant heavy ambio on here. You have to kind of lift and then try not to jack up the mantle. I hate TVs this high, but this Sennheiser ambio is amazing. We're actually carrying these now, so if you want one of them, it'd be super helpful if you buy from us. But they're coming out with a subwoofer solution as well soon, which would go right on the side here. But we did these big restoration thingies, put the TV above here. Mike and I, framed this out. Well, Mike framed it out, drywalled it so that everything looks clean because the cutout they had up there was goofy. And then I've been touching up the walls and getting the place set up. So this is the B team room, we call it, with the single 7. That's a 77 LG OLED. That's a Sieve 1. And so it's kind of comfy to sit here at times, or I'll put the TV up high when I'm cooking something. The kitchen, I wasn't going to do much to it, but I've changed my mind. I'm not going to change the cabinets. We did a Folger Milano dishwasher, which it's okay. It's kind of like the Italian Whirlpool, I think. It looks really pretty, but their dishwasher's nothing great. You probably want to get a Bosch or something like that. But I'm going to swap this for so this is what do they call this? Why is it not straight? I need to lock it down. What they call this is junk. KitchenAid is wannabe nice. So I'm going to do a Vent-A-Hood and get rid of whatever this Chinese disaster Ancona, whatever that is, junk. So this is going to come out, and I'm going to do this is called a cooktop. I'm going to do a range top. So we're going to cut this. We'll cut this and the range top, so the knobs will come here, and we'll have the 6 burners. I'm going to do the Folger Milano Savonia series. I'm going to try that out and see how I like that. We're going to then likely take this. I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to do a cabinet depth, 82-inch or 84-inch Folger Milano refrigerator. It'll be a French door type. And then I'm going to do the Folger Milano dual range. So I'm going to do that here. I need to figure out, I'd really love to do an ice maker, but I don't have water in the proper location. What we probably might be able to do, I need to check dimensions, but I might be able to take this out. And if I take this cabinet out, maybe we could build a little trim piece or something and put an ice maker in. You need a drain, and the drain's right there. So I'm probably going to end up doing that at some point here. But just this past week, this was all funked up. And so I just painted everything, painted the door. You can see my kids were already fingering the door. That's the one thing that the kids don't touch the walls, but they do touch the doors. When everything's white like this, it's hard to keep when you have children, you know, or wives. If it was just me, it'd be in good shape. So this is something I'll probably do, our closet organization system, but you know, I got it organized and cleaned up. And what I realized is that I was just living in like tomorrow, everything I'm due tomorrow. So everything was like half done. And so I've just been taking one room at a time, getting focused, and really enjoying the journey of completing. You know, when I live in the future completion, I've got like all these projects spinning and nothing done. I just hate that. I hate that, you know, from most people. What is up with this dust? What's going on here? How did that happen? Jeez. What the heck? I don't want that dust. Light fixture coming for here. And then we've got to get some piece of artwork there for that wall. So in the meantime, I patched the wall and cleaned it up. We did those two niches. This is from Gabby, which is a Summer Classics company. We actually bought this for outdoors, but the ceiling isn't tall enough out there. The thing's too big. And so it actually worked great in here. So that light worked. All the lights in here, the bulbs, everything is LED 3500K, 3500K DMF lights, 3500K Satco bulbs and everything. So everything matches, has been, you know, swapped out. So you can see like the difference between, I painted these baseboards are not painted. I don't know why, they just, I don't know if they had some sort of white trash robot or something that smashed into it. How's this room looking? So this is Kate's little playroom here. I've got to, we've got to get some sort of glass door enclosure for this bathroom. Well, eventually, in you know, a couple of years, Kate won't be playing with toys anymore, so we'll turn this into a guest room. So I did the LG mini LED, that's the 90 QNED series. This is a TV stand from our house. And then the Blue Sound little sound bar for this setup here. So Kate comes in here and plays with stuff and does her crafts and all that crap. And then of course this was the closets. If you watch the closet organization video, these are complete. I got all my rods in. So this is complete set up with too many darn toys. So the painting the baseboards and stuff. So I've touched up all the walls, but I have to finish the baseboards in the rooms. I also want to go through and fix all the door hardware that's all a little bit wonky. So back here, nothing really going to change much other than I'd like to redo, sort of do some sort of organization in the laundry room here. This thing has to come out. It's some like garbage off the shelf Home Depot thing. So I may figure out some sort of closet organization. You can see I've been filling any sort of nail holes here. We swapped these for the DMF linear fixtures. They're pretty sweet. I still haven't. I'm gonna take this paper towel holder off the crooked and off the wall. So again, I've been working through one room at a time, just getting everything dialed in. Kate's room, I just touched up the walls. I got to do the baseboards. I've got to take the things down because we don't have any window treatment there for that. And her closet's done as well. So her room's looking pretty good. I think Michelle has plans to get a couple end tables. So maybe that's what those lamps are for. I just hate stuff like that, just sitting there that has no purpose. I need to finish the job. Ryan's room's done, complete. He has end tables and everything kind of organized, and he has this little Sony setup. We got some pictures for his walls since we were last here. Touched everything up. We got a couple of March Madness chairs that came that now I'm gonna have to paint the walls every week. His bathroom's good. His, oh shoot, I must have missed the spot right there on the wall. And then his closet looks great too. So nice and organized. I really like the 36-inch drawers. And then these are all top knobs, handles. Uh-oh. I have to tighten that up before he rips it off. So this Adornis, what do we say we're calling the closets? Shoot.
We came up with the name.
Yeah, we did. It's called, crap. It was really cool. Anyway, I'll let you know what the closet name is here soon. So Ryan's room's looking good. Big ass fan there, a Haiku indoor fan. So this side is looking pretty good. A couple of tweaks to the laundry room, and I'll eventually finish the guest room there. It's looking pretty good. I'm telling you though, that having the DMF lights, yeah, at first I'm like, I don't think they're worth the money. They're like 190 bucks a piece for this retrofit. I think they're worth every penny. After having lived with them for 2 or 3 months now, they're incredible. It's just a better quality light. It's hard to explain. So this was just a, inexpensive dining room set, probably like Ashley Furniture or something that we bought that just had them leave it in the house. Got a Restoration Hardware fixture. That was a mirror we've had in 4 different houses now. We brought with us and turned on its side. But DMF lights up here, DMF in the hallway. It's another Restoration Hardware fixture. We took the horse picture and went to Helen. This room has changed a bunch since last time you were here. So I finished the acoustic treatments, and I don't think I'm going to even worry about. From an acoustic perspective, it would make a lot of sense to do some Lutron Siphonia shades or something. I think they're called Siphonia, something like that. But this window would cost 15 grand in shades to do that. So I'm not worried about it. You can see it's super bright out there, and because of how deep the outdoor kitchen is, it's not a problem. The rather questionable decision was my home theater setup here, which I haven't calibrated it yet. I just got my PC that I need to do the calibration, but this is Dolby Atmos, so I've got to do some measuring to get my front speakers in the proper location. So these are Dynaudio Contour 60s, which were like basically my life's pursuit, these speakers. Sub 6, which are 2 8-inch or 9-inch drivers. And then we have the Contour Center here. And then it's all controlled or processed by an NAD M17, that's a preamp. The NAD CI8-150, which, I don't know, it has a fan that's kind of too noisy. It's designed to be, that's a custom install amp designed to be put in a rack. So these amps are whisper quiet. So these are the reference or the master quality amplifier. So this is an M22, which is bridged. So it's a 2-channel amp bridged down to 1 channel. So I have it mono block set up for my center channel. And then the new M23, which is powering the left and right. And then I have just a Furman power conditioner there on the bottom. And so we have left, right, center. And then we have, so if I was sitting in like the main seating position right here in the center, I've got my back height channels and my front height channels, which would be directly overhead. So those are our Atmos channels. Left and right surround, not ideal, but that's the lowest I could get them because of the way that's set up. And then my back surrounds here. So these are Evoke 20s. Looks a little ridiculous for a living room, but I think it looks okay. It certainly not ideal for being right in the front door, but this is a Lazy Boy. I believe Devon is the brand of couch that I've had in a couple of houses now. So it turned out okay. I think having the acoustic treatments makes it look a little ridiculous, but I don't think it looks too bad. It certainly sounds good. So we'll do a full home theater tour once I get the final Dirac calibration done. Then back here to the master side, we have my office, which is awesome. I think this is my favorite setup thus far. This is a Restoration Hardware. I think this is from the St. James series. I have dual LG 5K monitors on Yellowtech Mica, the Yellowtech Mica setup. I've done this several times where I've done some sort of articulating arms like this. It's annoying to try to get it to be, your monitors to be the exact same height, and every time if anybody breathes on them wrong, it gets really funky. So I don't know. I think I think going forward, I'd rather just, like, especially a desk like this, just buy the stands that come with your monitors and just stick them on the stands and put them next to each other. It's just a lot simpler to work with. So this is powered by a MacBook, M1 Max, MacBook Pro. And then I have, various, these are all GIK acoustic treatments, same thing as the other, which really helped the room. There's a cloud overhead because this was really echoey. The other thing I've moderated on, I kept wanting to do some fancy camera for webcam, and it's just annoying. So now I'm just using the darn camera, either the camera on the laptop or the camera on the monitor. It's just way simpler. I've got a Fort Knox safe here just because there's nowhere else to put it. It's probably a terrible place to have it, but it's the best place I could find in the house. And then this setup here is awesome. So this is a really ridiculous 2-channel setup, N80 M33, that's powering a pair of Dynaudio Heritage Specials. And then that's a 55-inch G1 LG OLED. You can see I've got a little piece of tape on the wall there to paint the hole that I patched. This also has another Restoration hardware fixture and some DMF stuff. And then these are LYD 5s that are controlled by an Apollo Solo, and then a Sub 9S, so a 9-inch subwoofer here. This room is great. Yellow Technica for my microphone, which I don't ever use. But if I did want to use it on a Shure SM7B that's going into the Apollo Solo. So that's the microphone setup that I have for the office here. I think it's pretty cool. I think things I'd like to do in here, I'd like to do some drawer organization, do some Hayfella stuff here to organize my setup. But I don't keep a lot of junk. I keep my camera stuff in here, and then some files below. Keep all my gold bars and my, my gold necklaces in the safe there, and it's basically nothing in that thing. So stupid. I don't know why I have it. It's like my advanced diving scuba certifications in there and my passport. So then over here to the master, Michelle's been kind of playing with this stuff, just putting together some accoutrements. That's my new favorite word. She already ripped off the freaking thing that was holding on to the drape, so I just patched the hole. I'm gonna put a new one. This time I'm gonna go right into the block because it broke the centerpiece off. Restoration corbel table. I don't make that thing anymore. I've got to paint the baseboards in here. I've already touched up the walls. Apparently I got to get the level out because figures aren't so straight. Yeah, this room's comfy. It doesn't look as ridiculous. I mean, it's kind of stupid to have, and this is like 30 feet by 26 feet or something stupid like that. I mean, what do you need all this room for with no clearly defined seating area? So, I mean, this is an example of what all the baseboards look like in the whole house before I started painting them. Actually, this one looks pretty good compared to most of them. So I gotta paint all that. In here, in the master bathroom, I did, this is also from Our House, ARHAUS. I changed the light fixtures, the lights in here, DMF. I changed out the heads to Newport brass. And of course we did this awesome closet. This is the first closet we did, which is all our Obsessed Garage closet stuff. So if you want some closet stuff, just hit us up, design@obsessedgarage.com or matt@obsessedgarage.com, and we'll help get you set up. We're fully capable, we're fully designing and selling these things. They're incredible. Just super sturdy, like nothing, I wouldn't change anything about this. I mean, it's just awesome, it's perfect. I mean, my drawers are all nice and organized, and keep everything in its place, and everything hangs up nicely. We've got tons and tons of space. So let's go look at the garage and we'll wrap up the house. I think the house is it's like 5,000 square feet, something like that. So it's not a lot of rooms, but it's, we've been looking at houses on the lake again, but I think the world will kill me, especially Michelle, if I want to move again. But I think the project is getting closer to complete. Make a few tweaks to the kitchen. She's giving me that look. We got to finish a few light fixtures, paint a few more walls, and then it's ready to sell, Shelly. Ready to move on. we may or may not have an appointment at a couple of houses on tomorrow. We'll see. So this might be our exit interview. So here's the garage. I had this almost set up. We still don't have the lights, and so I stole the lights that we were about to install. I stole those for Helen, for the house up in the mountains, and then we stole the cabinets from here. And so we're going to do white Lista cabinets, assuming I don't move in the next couple of days. But I started organizing the tools, and so what I did is I bought the Sonic foam inlays. So let me back up. So what I did with these tools in the last house, I wanted one of everything Sonic tools. I wanted to just see what was an entire set look like. And so I bought it without the foam inlays. And then I tool gridded it all out. And then I really want to have the master collection of tools here. So I started kind of pulling out the tools and fitting it into the foams and figuring out which ones I'm missing. And, so I must have lost some stuff along the way, or for whatever reason, I didn't have any 11 millimeters. But what I'm doing is we're going to paint this a normal harbor gray. So I painted the wall here this weekend because I have closets at OGHQ, Sonic MSS closets that have to come out of there because we're doing a big lev rack system. I'll show you that in another video. And so the lev rack system basically takes closets, turn them on their side, and makes it so you can accordion style access your sideways closets. So I have 5 Sonic MSS closets that are going to come here and stay here because it's going to be 4 or 5 months before my list of stuff gets here. They're just really, really backlogged. And so what I'm doing is I'm going to organize the tools down into the essentials, the master collection a package. I'm going to put them all in the closets. I'm going to put all the whatever's in those boxes in the closets as well. It'll hold me over for the next 4 or 5 months. Then when the list of stuff gets here, then I'll sell those closets, MSS closets, and put the list of stuff in place. But in the meantime, I wanted to paint this wall just so I could put the closets in later this week, put them in place, get the stuff off the floor, get it so that this place is organized so I can put the E36, the E92, get prepared for my GT3 Touring that'll be here in a couple of months. The M2 will be leaving at around the same time that the GT3 Touring comes. But we put the Alair motorized stairs, so make sure to go check out that video. I'll finish painting the harbor gray. We got to repaint the ceiling pure white. We got to trim out the door and window. We already have the air conditioning in. I already have the Viper fans in. I have a Tesla charger for a Tesla that I don't have anymore. The jack shaft operators are done. This has also changed. Our pressure washing system's in, so Mike finished this last week, or I guess the week before, and with our bucket filler. I have 3 stainless shelves that are going here. We have, I've got the guys from Span coming at the end of the month that we're going to dig into the details of this awesome thing. So I did have this panel redone, and then I did my, this here is a Leviton, I guess structured wiring panel. I'm going to somehow open up here with all my, that's our pull control. This is our internet connectivity, so I just set up a real simple system here with all the Cat6 coming down to one spot. So this is all app enabled, app controlled, and they organized it to where I still have several slots that are open where this was completely full before. So we have a nice clean little wall of technology. I'm planning to do a little Lista array set up here because of how much distance there is between here and the first parking bay. And then we have the magic lift and the lift. So magic lift to go in the attic and the lift for my bikes to go in the corner there. Once we're done working on the projects in the house, the ladders will go out in the shed. So this garage will come together and over the course of the next few months. I'm not putting a lift in here. I'm not putting an air compressor in here. That was a lesson learned in Harbor Hills. I'm never going to use that stuff. I'll go over to HQ from doing that. I'm going to limit my tools down to just a simple master collection, a lot of home tool stuff, as well as a Milwaukee Master Collection, an accessory collection. We'll have all our detailing stuff here, but the biggest transformation in this garage is about to come in the form of lighting when the Cree stuff starts to arrive. I just got the 4-foot fixtures. The 8-foot fixtures should be here shortly. We'll have, I think, 4 rows of Cree linear fixtures in here, which will completely transform it. And then another big project in the house that I didn't mention is this is all the Lutron stuff. We're swapping all the outlets, all of the light switches, and we're doing Lutron Radio Raw 2 Select. So the whole house will be on either motion sensors or app controlled lighting. So I want to play with that to see if it's worth the money, worth the value. So that's the house. It's coming together. It's starting to look better. I'm working on something every day, and I would say in the next, once the cabinets get here, it'll be the latest thing. But I want to have everything done here in the house. In the next, by probably a year end, I'll have everything set up, and then that's assuming we're still here. We'll see. M3's about done. I got to do some tweaks to the sway bar end links, and my E92 is finished, completed. E36 as well is almost done. I'll start polishing that soon, but my life's coming together here, and I really am starting to enjoy it a little bit more. So anyway, thanks for watching, and more house updates will be coming in the form of the outdoor kitchen and the lighting install. We'll do separate videos on all that stuff. So thanks for watching. See you on the next one.